Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. 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 When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome, everyone. I'm trying to understand where there we are. There's our picture. Welcome to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Resistance channel. Today we're about to do a planetary puja using the chart of now in my location, which is currently in Florida. Dr. Pillai has said that the foundation of all religions is love, and it is his desire through the Religion of Religions channel to unite the many different sects of all religions by meeting in the spiritual realm, by meeting in the heart. We believe in the supreme divine power taking form in all gods and goddesses from every religion, and we celebrate their existence on earth. The intention is to give an authentic experience of God, the experience of divine love, where there is no separation from each other. So with the planetary puja, we are celebrating the planets, the stars, the archetypes that rule them. My name is Swamini Valli. I am a Pillai Center teacher and an AstroVed astrologer, and I'm happy to be hosting these calls Monday through Friday on this channel. Dr. Pillai has said all of the planets and the stars have a divine being of light associated with them. They're not just objects in outer space. We also have the energy of all these planets and stars and the archetypes who rule them inside of all of us as well. As we do this puja and we're honoring these archetypes, these beings of light, and connecting with them, we're receiving their positive blessings, and we're also activating their energies inside of us as well. So it's a very beautiful, interconnected, interesting energy that we're waking up as we do this. We're using the chart of the moment based on my location here in Florida. We're using the South Indian style of the chart. If you wish to know more about this style of chart, there's a link to a tutorial video in the description below the video. Each of the little boxes here, the 12 boxes, is representing a different zodiac sign. And this puja is something that was taught to myself and Raja Malloy, Mina's brother, many years ago. So I'll walk you through it. You can join along at home, or you can just listen to the sounds. I know some people listen to it while they're in their car driving to work. Other people may have it on in the background while they're making the bed or doing the dishes, something like that. Dr. Pillai has said the name of all these divine beings is in and of itself a mantra or a quantum sound. So even just listening to the sounds is very beneficial for us. Other people may wish to participate at home, offering flower petals as well as we go along. I have the chart drawn in chalk on a little blackboard on a side table here. And as we go along, I'll be offering flower petals onto the blackboard into the places in the chart that are appropriate for that. I have a lit tea light. I have a little container of water. I have a hand fan. And I also have a bowl with many flower petals in it. We'll be offering flower petals as we go along. Flowers have a great esoteric property where they have so much purity that when we hold them, when we're doing a prayer or a ritual, and we chant sounds, those sounds go straight into the causal plane, into our own Akashic record, and like a database update, they're updating our karma with the energy of these sounds. So there's a lot of gratitude that I have to the flowers and their flower petals. I say thank you to the flowers when I'm taking the flower petals off them. I thank them for their sacrifice in helping us with the puja. I'm going to start with taking a little bit of the water from the water container with my ring finger on the right hand. I dip it in a few times. I'm sprinkling drops of water onto all four sides of the blackboard, purifying the space of the puja. I put a few drops of water onto my own head, purifying me, and I shoot a few drops of water out into space towards all of you, whether you're watching it live or watching it later on a replay, so that we're all purified, participating in the puja from a sacred space. We start with first invoking Ganesha, the archetype who removes obstacles. We use the mantra Om Sring, S-R-I-N-G, Gung, G-U-N-G. Om Sring Gung, Om Sring Gung, Om Sring Gung. We ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles from this puja for everyone, and we thank him for his help with this. Now we start by invoking some of the time Shaktis that are active right now today in this local area. We're going to invoke the planet that rules the day, the star that the moon is in, the Tithi or the moon phase, the planet that rules the current hour in this location, as well as the yoga and the Karana time elements that are active right now. We start with invoking the planet that rules the day. Today is Friday, which is ruled by Venus. We honor Venus, and I'll put flower petals on top of him as we do his mantra. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Next, we invoke the star that the moon is in. The moment the moon is in a star called Aslesha, we invoke this star, and I put the flower petals on top of the moon. Om Asleshaye Namaha. Om Asleshaye Namaha. Om Asleshaye Namaha. Next, we invoke the moon phase or the Tithi. Right now, it's the first waxing moon in my area, which is called Pratipat in Sanskrit. Dr. Pillai said we would use the Sanskrit name of the moon phase, followed by the word Devi, honoring the light being associated with this moon phase. Again, I put the flower petals on top of the moon. Om Pratipat Devye Namaha. Om Pratipat Devye Namaha. Om Pratipat Devye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules the hour. Right now in this area, the hour or the hora is being ruled by Saturn. We honor Saturn, and I put flower petals on top of him. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. For the yoga and the Karana, Dr. Pillai said we would just say their names 3 times, no flower petals involved. The yoga right now is one called Vyatipata, which has energies of adversity. Vyatipata, Vyatipata, Vyatipata. And the Karana right now is one called Bhava, which has energies of creativity. Bhava, Bhava, Bhava. Now we turn our attention to the chart of the moment. At the moment, the ascendant, represented here with the letters AC, the ascendant or the sign coming up on the eastern horizon in my local area right now is Leo. Dr. Pillai said we would start with honoring the planet that rules the current ascendant. Leo is ruled by the sun, so I'm going to put the flower petals on top of the sun as we honor him. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we're going to go around the chart in a clockwise direction until we find a sign that has a planet in it. And with each sign that has a planet in it, we're going to invoke the planet, the star the planet is in, the archetype that rules the star, the planet that rules the star, and the planet that rules the sign. So the first one here is Libra, which has Ketu in it. We start with honoring Ketu, and I put the flower petals on top of him. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketu right now is in a star called Vishaka. This is a star that has competitive energies, and it's a star that can bless us to help us have desire to win, be victorious, triumphant. We honor this star. Om Vishakaye Namaha. Om Vishakaye Namaha. Om Vishakaye Namaha. Vishaka star is ruled by a pair of archetypes, Indra and Agni. Indra can give blessings of leadership and courage, and Agni can give blessings for transformation and purification. We honor them. Om Indra Agniye Namaha. Om Indra Agniye Namaha. Om Indra Agniye Namaha. Vishaka star is ruled by Jupiter. We honor Jupiter, and I put the flower petals on top of him. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Libra, which is Venus. I put the flower petals on top of Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Tula or Libra, a sign with energies of balance and harmony, today containing Ketu, a planet that helps us with detachment, and also a planet that sometimes is called the saintly planet. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Makara or Capricorn, which today contains Pluto, retrograde, and Saturn, who is also retrograde. We start with honoring Pluto. We use the mantra Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Pluto is in a star called Uttarashada, a star that can give blessings for success and even blessings for long-lasting success. We honor this star. Om Uttarashadaye Namaha. Om Uttarashadaye Namaha. Om Uttarashadaye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by 10 archetypes called the 10 Visvadevas. These are light beings who each represent a particular divine universal principle. We ask for blessings from all of them. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Uttarashada's star is ruled by the sun. We honor the sun, and I put flower petals on him. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we honor Saturn for being in Capricorn. I put flower petals on top of him. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Saturn is in a star called Dhanishta, a star that can give blessings for wealth, music, good reputation. We ask for blessings from this star. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Dhanishta star is ruled by the 8 Vasus, 8 beings who each rule different spheres of existence. We ask their blessings. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Dhanishta star is ruled by Mars. We honor Mars, and I put flower petals on top of him. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Capricorn, which is Saturn. Again, we honor Saturn and again put flower petals on him. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Makara or Capricorn, a sign that can help awaken ancient past life skills and abilities. Today containing Pluto, a planet that helps with rationality and science, and Saturn, a planet that can help us with patience, discipline, organization, and structure. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Meena or Pisces, which today contains Neptune, who's retrograde, and also Jupiter. When planets are retrograde, they are extra powerful. We honor Neptune, and the mantra we'll use for him is Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. We put flower petals on him. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Neptune right now is in a star called Purva Bhadrapada, a star with the fire of Kundalini and fires of purification. We honor this star. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Purva Bhadrapada is ruled by an archetype called Aja Ekapada, a one-footed archetype who can give us blessings to help us experience deeper levels of silence and forgiveness. We honor him. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Purva Bhadrapada star is ruled by Jupiter. We honor Jupiter and put flower petals on top of him. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor Jupiter for being in Pisces. So again, we honor him and put the flower petals on top of him. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Right now, Jupiter is in a star called Uttara Bhadrapada. Dr. Pillai says this is a star that can help us with business development. We honor this star. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Among other qualities, this archetype that rules Uttara Bhadrapada, Arbundia, can help us with things like protecting our valuables or our treasures. We invoke him and ask him to protect our valuables, our treasures, our precious things. Om Arbundiaye Namaha. Om Arbundiaye Namaha. Om Arbundiaye Namaha. Uttara Bhadrapada star is ruled by Saturn. We honor Saturn and put the flower petals on him. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Pisces, which is Jupiter. Again, we honor Jupiter and put flower petals on top of him. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Meena or Pisces, the most metaphysical and transcendental of all the zodiac signs, today containing Neptune, a planet that helps with intuition and our ability to understand our inner self, and Jupiter, a planet that helps with access to spiritual teachings, good spiritual teachers, our relationship with our spiritual community. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Mesha or Aries, which today contains Mars, Rahu, and Uranus. All three of these planets right now are in the same star. So I'm going to invoke all three of those planets and then invoke the star. We start with honoring Mars, and I put flower petals on top of him. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Next, we honor Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor Uranus, and we use the mantra Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Ram Prajapataye Namaha. Now we honor the star that all three of those planets are in right now. It's a star called Bharani, a star symbolized by the yoni, which is a symbol representing the female private parts. We honor this star. Om Bharaniye Namaha. Om Bharaniye Namaha. Om Bharaniye Namaha. Bharani's star is ruled by an archetype called Yama. Among other things, he is an archetype of justice. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Bharani's star is ruled by Venus. We honor Venus, and I put flower petals on top of him. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aries, which is Mars. Again, we invoke Mars and put flower petals on him. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Misha or Aries, a fire sign with a great deal of active energy, today containing Mars, a planet that has both warrior and healer energies. Rahu, a planet that helps us to think outside the box and to make friends with new technologies. And Uranus, a planet that helps with high intelligence and innovation, and also is a planet that helps with astrology. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Matuna or Gemini, which today contains Venus. We honor Venus and put flower petals on him. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Venus right now is in a star called Ardra, a star symbolized as a teardrop of compassion. We ask this star to help awaken compassion in all of us. Om Ardraye Namaha. Om Ardraye Namaha. Om Ardraye Namaha. Ardra is ruled by Rudra, a form of Shiva, a fierce form that can come and destroy negativity, both within and without. We ask Rudra to destroy negativity for us, both within and without. Om Rudraye Namaha. Om Rudraye Namaha. Om Rudraye Namaha. Ardra's star is ruled by Rahu. We honor Rahu and put flower petals on him. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Gemini, which is Mercury. We put flower petals on top of Mercury. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Matuna or Gemini, a sign with a great range of energies, today containing Venus, planet of diplomacy, happiness, and a planet that helps us to enjoy the material plane and material plane comforts. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with planets in it is Karkata or Cancer, which today contains the Sun, Moon, and Mercury. We start with honoring the Sun, and I put flower petals on him. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. The sun right now is in a star called Pusha, a star with energies of nourishment, and it's said to be the most spiritually auspicious of all the stars. We honor this star. Om Pushaye Namaha. Om Pushaye Namaha. Om Pushaye Namaha. Pusha is ruled by Brihaspati, a form of Jupiter in which he's a tremendous teacher, said to be even the teacher for some of the archetypes. We invoke his blessings and ask him to give us access to beautiful teachings and to help us to understand them and actually follow them. Om Brihaspataye Namaha. Om Brihaspataye Namaha. Om Brihaspataye Namaha. Pusha's star is ruled by Saturn. We honor Saturn and put flower petals on him. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Now we're going to honor the moon and Mercury because they're both in the same star. I'll honor both of the planets before I invoke the star. We start with honoring the moon and put flower petals on him. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Now we honor Mercury and put flower petals on him. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. The moon and Mercury right now are both in a star called Aslesha, a star with energies of mystical power. We honor this star. Om Asleshaye Namaha. Om Asleshaye Namaha. Om Asleshaye Namaha. Aslesha star is ruled by the Nagas, ancient light beings who have great wisdom and know secrets about cycles of time. We honor them and ask for their blessings. Om Nagasye Namaha. Om Nagasye Namaha. Om Nagasye Namaha. Aslesha's star is ruled by Mercury. We honor Mercury and put flower petals on him. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Karkata or Cancer is ruled by the moon. We honor the moon and put flower petals on him. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Karkata or Cancer, the most emotionally sensitive of all the zodiac signs, today containing the sun, which is our soul and also important for our health, the moon, which is our mind and our emotions, and Mercury, planet of communication, and also the planet for commercial success, as he rules all forms of buying and selling. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now I'm going to make offerings to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked. I'm taking first a little tea light and holding it above the blackboard, above the chart, and above all the little piles of flowers. And I'm going to pass it in the air above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the element of light to all of these divine beings. Next, I take a fan, a little hand fan. You could use an incense stick, but I have a housemate who's sensitive to scent. So I'm just waving a little hand fan 3 times above the chart and the flower petals, offering the element of air, a cooling breeze. If you're offering incense, you're offering a sweet scent, a beautiful something to smell in the element of air. And now I'm taking a bell, offering the element of sound, and I'll ring it around the chart 3 times. Now that we've made these offerings, I make prayer hands and make sincere prayer to all of these divine beings that we've just invoked, asking them for their positive blessings into our lives, our families, our friends, our colleagues, our neighbors. We ask them to bless our homes, our workplaces, our schools, our communities, our countries, and indeed the entire world. We ask them to bless everyone, to give everyone on this planet healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, clean air to breathe, a safe place to live, good clothes to wear, access to health care, good education, sustainable jobs. May everyone on this planet have love in their life. We ask for enlightened leaders, enlightened citizens, enlightened laws, enlightened countries, and entire enlightened civilizations. And we thank them for their help with this. And I make a bow. You can continue making your own prayers silently for another minute, and then I'll open for very short Q&A. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment. Peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. Thank you all for being here, for your participation, your support. Today is Friday, so we have to end a little bit earlier than we do on the other days of the week, as there's another program on the Shrimbrazi channel that's going to use this same Zoom account. And I need to give Ronnie time to get onto it and do her setup. But I can take a few quick questions if you have them. Or if you prefer to email them in, you can email me at Valli, VALLI, at pillaicenter.com. If you have a question, and we won't have time for it today. Not seeing questions in the chat just now, just seeing people saying thank you. My pleasure for doing this. And we do have gratitude to Dr. Pillai and to the whole team that helps this program to happen. There are people that do work behind the scenes to create the YouTube links, to create the video, to create the Zoom link, etc. So we're grateful to the whole team for the help that they do. So thank you for participating in this live program. And we'll be back here again on the channel next week, Monday through Friday. Please do hit the like button if you like the program. And also please subscribe to the channel, as it helps the algorithm at YouTube to suggest this to other people as well. Dr. Pillai does want this channel to continue to grow. So thank you all for your help with that. Again, not seeing questions, and so I'm going to go ahead and close up for today so that Ronnie can have the Zoom link for preparing for her program coming up. Namaste, everyone. Blessings to you. Have a beautiful weekend, and we'll be here again on Monday. Namaste.